I grew up, it seems so long ago, in Moscow, Russia, in the 1960s and 70s. And at home we ate a variety of grains, cereals, rice, pearl barley, buckwheat, millet. These were the usual staple foods. And also peas, dry peas. And beans, mostly white, I remember. We didn't have lentils back then. All these foods were sometimes sold in bulk, but mostly packaged, half a kilo in a paper bag. And all of these grains were a little dirty. They had tiny rocks, hulls, seeds of other plants mixed in. Not much, but enough to want to clean it before you cook it. All our food was cooked at home by my mother and my grandmother. We did not go out back then. It was not really available. Cafes and restaurants were few and expensive for rare occasions only. So when my mother or my grandmother would plan to cook a cereal or dry peas or beans for a soup, she would measure out a cup. Pour it on the surface of our kitchen table, in a mound, like this. And start going through it, almost grain by grain, pulling out the unwanted stuff. I remember sitting at the table with my grandma, watching her hands and fingers move quickly, but unhurriedly, in a set motion, grain by grain by grain. When I grew enough to coordinate the work of my own fingers, I would join her in the task, making my separate small pile of pulled out dirt. When I'd get bored, I'd start cheating. I'd look for the black and brown specks in the mound of grain prepared for sorting, and I'd pull those deliberately without going through it methodically. I wanted my little pile of garbage to grow faster than my grandma's. Sometimes she would play into my game and add some of her pulled bed seeds to my pile. But I did not like it. I wanted to succeed on my own. My grandmother's hands somehow were always faster. Once again I'd forget to work and just watch her old, worn out, experienced working hands do their dance. These are warm and cozy memories. The hands of my grandmother, weaving the intricate, caring, and nurturing web of little movements, making sure the family is fed. Now I look at my hands and I see hands of an old woman. My hands are worn now. They worked a lot, and they're not pretty anymore. Just this morning I was gardening again, and no matter how I scrubbed my hands after that, there are still traces of dirt. I don't like seeing how old my hands look now. But when I remember how much I loved my grandma's hands, it makes me consider loving mine better. My hands too are caring hands. I know that. They've cooked numerous meals, cleaned numerous things, wrote letters, typed books, draw pictures, weeded and planted many gardens. I can't even recall everything my hands had done. I'm really getting old. My body is getting old. It served me well, always served. I did not appreciate it enough when I was young. In my mind, I was always too fat or too awkward looking. My mind did not serve me well, judging my body so much that I could not enjoy it enough while it was young. How about you? Are you afraid of getting old? Do you like your body? Do you appreciate what it does for you? I'm curious. Leave me a comment. Tell me what it is you appreciate about your hands, for example. Let's count our blessings. Simple things like having hands, having these lentils that make the house into a warm, cozy home filled with wonderful aromas of cooked food.